Ooh, little lush tree. When I was but a child, you handed me your keys to a world of mystery, where the shimmering she whispered in your leaves, and the sunlight danced beneath your canopy, an enchanted realm in the hedge for all to see. Ooh, little lush tree, never the regal glory of the forest shall be. Ooh, little lush tree, now cholera thrives inside you, embrittling your bones. Oh, Yggdrasil, tree of life, we sing for thee. Oh, Yggdrasil, tree of life, we weep for thee. Oh, Yggdrasil, tree of life, we sing for thee. Oh, Yggdrasil, tree of life, we weep for thee. Cinder cake, baker, prize kindling stick, creator, tell me what hearth keeper won't weep for the ash tree, like unbedecked life bringer, a whole world cycles within you. Tell me what kin won't sing for thee. Oh, Yggdrasil, tree of life, we sing for thee. Oh, Yggdrasil, tree of life, we weep for thee. Oh, Yggdrasil, 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 oh, Yggdrasil, tree of life, we sing for thee. Oh, Yggdrasil, tree of life, we weep for thee. Ooh, little lush tree. Ooh, little lush tree. Ooh, little lush tree. Ooh, little lush tree. My song Yggdrasil is for our ash trees. In Norse mythology, Yggdrasil is the tree of life, the world tree, upon whose branches all life depends. And in stories I've read of Yggdrasil, Yggdrasil is described as an ash tree. Our ash in the UK and across Europe are experiencing a fungus called cholera, which is causing ash dieback. And we're set to lose maybe 80 to 90% of our ash trees, which is a tragedy, partly because they make up quite a lot of our tree cover in the UK. They host a lot of species of fungi and lichen themselves. So they're these beautiful ecosystems in their own right. And anyone who makes fires outside regularly will tell you that ash twigs, ash branches are what you're looking for to get your fire going. They're known as the fire tree because our relationship with their burning their wood is so old, and also they're a host species for King Alfred cakes, the fungus that you can use to hold an ember. So there's something in our evolution that's really connected with ash trees. Plus they're really lovely, approachable trees. The way they cast light is really dappledy. There's something very welcoming about ash trees. They're not as majestic and imposing and daunting as maybe an oak tree. So their loss will be keenly felt. So I suppose for me personally, my introduction to ash trees maybe was that there was one in my school playing field. We had a little playing field and we would gather the ash keys to use in our games as currency or as percussion, as all sorts of things. And so when I was but a child, you handed me your keys to a world of mystery where the shimmering she whispered in the leaves and the sunlight danced beneath your canopy, an enchanted realm in the hedge for all to see. It's about this kind of the normalisation of these magical nature-connected moments. The she being Celtic Scottish mythology. My mum's Scottish, so I pick up on bits of Scottish mythology from my being raised by her, and the she being these kind of animistic characters of Scottish mythology. And it's that thing of these like very simple day-to-day moments in life, in childhood, where you can find magic like in the hedge or in some little corner of a car park. The other day I was amazed to have my first swifts of the year in a supermarket car park, and it's those unexpected moments of nature connection that are almost the most precious, because okay, here we are on Dartmoor and it is sublime out here. It's like it's a gift. But we can have those moments of nature connection wherever we are, every day. You know, there are mosses creeping up through the cracks in the pavement or dandelions pushing through. And I think that's the thing for me. That's a thing that feels like such an important practice as somebody who I'm an animist. Nature and the living world and this sense of kinship, our ecological kinship is absolutely crucial to me. And I feel like it begins in small ways. It begins by noticing, like the gossamer, the spider web catching the light, and how that impacts my spirit and just makes me feel differently. You know, just paying attention to these tiny things. It's a practice actually, and it makes such a difference to my life. It resources me. These very small ways in which we can form these bonds, step outside of the sort of relentlessness of modernity and take those tiny moments to seek out joy, like just seeing a wren. I've just spotted there's a wren's nest over there. The wren just nipped in. There must be a nest. But catching those moments, it takes you to something that's kind of sublime, even in everyday world. You don't have to be out here in Dartmoor. It does help, but you don't have to be out here amidst this to find those moments. And that for me is really important. As a musician, I get this opportunity to stand up in front of people and I literally take up space. I get a stage, an actual stage. And increasingly for me, it feels more and more like I want to use that opportunity to be in service of our wild earth and our ecological kin, and just to draw people's attention, to kind of bring in emotional connection with these living beings who make up this world with us, and to advocate for our wild spaces, our species who are in so much challenge. You know, the myth of Yggdrasil and how if we lose Yggdrasil then all life could be lost is exquisitely poignant and painful at this time of ecological decline. So just using this opportunity and taking up this space to bring people's attention into the plight of these other species, these ecological kin, feels more and more like what I want to be doing with this platform, how I want to use this music, is to advocate and call people in